Welcome to the Bringing Intimacy Back show, where intimacy is real. If you desire to intimately connect with yourself, significant other, children, family, friends, community, and higher power, then this is the show for you. We explore intimate topics, inspiring life stories, spirituality, and insightful tips on strengthening relationships. The show is hosted by Dr. April and her co-host, Coach K. Let's get this episode of the Bringing Intimacy Back show started. We share with you today the secret power to intimacy to create the life you love or love the life you create. Now here's your host, Dr. April, and her co-host, Coach K.
Real. Here we go. Welcome to the Bringing Intimacy Back show, where intimacy is real. I am one of the co-hosts here, Coach K, and I'm super excited about another amazing episode that we have. We have a very special guest that has something that some of you guys out there probably are looking for. And if I was in the market, it would definitely be something for me, as I am an introvert. But before we get into that, I want to make sure that we highlight our charity of the month. And our charity of the month this month is Fostering Hope Florida. Fostering Hope Florida is partnering with the community to create a compassionate system of foster care that honors and protects the rights of children. This is a very good foundation that we are talking about. And if you want to learn more about and maybe donate to or volunteer at, you can go to www.fosteringHopeFlorida.org. As you know, we love to do and have a vast variety of hosts here on the show, and this is no different. So let me tell you a little bit about our guest today, Jon Pethke. Jon Pethke is a USAF veteran out of Appleton, Wisconsin. He earned his bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin, Green Bay in organizational leadership and is currently working on his master's from the University of Wisconsin, Oshkosh in sustainable management. So he works as an internal auditor for American Family Insurance and worked part-time as an instructor for Fox Valley Technical College, teaching veterans about small business development. So at the beginning of 2021, he started Introverts LLC, and partnering with Code Glow Technologies, they developed Koi Amor. And if I'm saying that wrong, Jon is going to get me together when he gets on here. And it's a dating app for introverts. Yes, how amazing is that? Because us introverts, we need a little bit of help. So I'm really excited to introduce you all to our guests. We're going to take a quick commercial, and when I come back, we're going to have Jon join me.
Are you wanting a vacation in paradise? Vacation to reignite the passion, the desire in your relationship? Vacation counseling is just for you. We are deeply committed to your success as a couple. Our couples counseling retreats are exclusive, effective, and intimate. At Vacation Counseling, you will benefit from a combination of couples counseling, intimacy counseling, and individual counseling while you and your partner enjoy a relaxing vacation in sunny Southwest Florida. If you are interested in vacation counseling, please visit us at vacationcounseling.com for more information on prices and packages.
All right, welcome back. And as you see, I'm joined by Jon Pethke. How are you doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, Kay.
Absolutely. So, of course, this is Bringing Intimacy Back. And one of the things that we enjoy asking all of our guests is, what does intimacy mean to you?
I would say intimacy to me means like diving into your feelings with whoever you're with. It doesn't have to be necessarily like romantic. You can be technically intimate with friends or family when you dive into like your feelings with another person, you're getting intimate essentially.
I love that you're talking about the feelings. And I also enjoy that you made it very clear that intimacy does not always have to be of the romantic side. So thank you for pointing that out. So why do you think, I'm just diving right in.
Yeah.
So, why do you think that dating nowadays is so difficult?
I think a generational change has happened over the years. I mean, a lot of people go to online dating now because it's convenient. Everyone likes convenience. And with that convenience, with online dating comes the convenience of being able to just stop when you're not feeling interested. And you're literally given the ability to pick and choose, and that can be kind of a problem a lot of times because people always want, like, you know, they're never satisfied with what they have. And if the individual they're speaking with on a dating app is boring for half a second, you know, that they're already on to the next thing. So I'd say, like, right now, that's one of the reasons it's hard to date. And with the online dating aspect being so prominent, like people just don't go out and ask strangers out anymore. It's just not a normal thing. And if you do it, a lot of times you're not like looked at positively. Mind you, that's not to say that for everyone. It's just more common.
That is absolutely true. People are less likely to approach others.
Yeah.
Now, just thinking about, because technology is amazing, you know, when it is amazing. And you alluded to this a little bit. Does it seem so? It seems like the more advanced technology becomes, the shorter our attention spans almost get. So that segues into what you created, which is called Koi Amor. What is Koi Amor? And am I saying it right?
Technically, it's a Koi Amore. It's Italian word for love. Is the technical pronunciation is a, but pretty commonly said that way, and it's not a problem. But what can you repeat your question?
What is Koi Amore?
Yeah, so Koi Amore is, as you said earlier, it's a dating app that we developed. Introvoo and CodeGlow Technologies. We developed Koi Amore, which is essentially the dating app for introverts. At the beginning of last year, I was with some colleagues, friends, and we were talking about dating and dating apps. And I had mentioned that I had wished there was a dating app for, people like me who are more introverted. And one of them said, why don't you make it? And I at the time, I was like, I don't know even where I would start. So I just started by doing some research, and I took it seriously. And I found that there wasn't really an app out there or any kind of platform that directly catered to introverts very strongly. And they're estimated, I mean, the United States is estimated that the introvert population is anywhere between 20 and 50%. And even if it's on the lower end of that, that's still a significant amount of the population that isn't, getting the help they deserve. So we went forward and we created that app.
That is amazing. It's not easy to, I'm pretty sure, put together an app.
No, it is not.
So just thinking about there, like you said, you looked out there because you had to do your research and you saw there were some dating apps. So what makes this dating app different from the others?
Yeah, this dating app, I mean, there's a lot of dating apps out there, and the ability to create more that are actually unique at this point is difficult. There's a dating app for nearly everything that you can think of at this point, and this one just hadn't existed. So I would say, like, when you think of the prime contenders of dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Match, like they all have their kind of niche or at least slogan that kind of portrays what they're about. And you know, but and the other hand of that is that they all portray kind of a general, we want you to use our dating app for reason A or B. And their general audience is just that. It is general. Like there's not a lot of specificity to it. So with that comes, one kind of problem in that those apps are kind of flooded with like extroverted populations. And, introverts will be on there. I mean, introverts, when you think about it, a dating app is ideal for them and they don't have to leave. They can do it from the comfort of their own home. So that's nice. But our app is essentially just specific for introverts. We want it, if extroverts find that they would pair better with introverts, they're more than welcome to be on the app for sure. I mean, we're not going to say, extroverts can't pair well with introverts. That's definitely a reality. Opposites attract. It works that way. But we don't want just, all audiences on the app. If, we don't want extroverts matching with extroverts, because then that defeats the point of how the app is supposed to help introverts. And apart from like the community aspect, we offer features that, like cater to introverts. For example, our blind date feature. So I don't know how familiar you are with dating apps, but essentially when two users match, they'll start talking. And when they're talking, there's a toggle option on the screen that if you toggle it on, it lets the app know you want to go on a date with that person. It won't let that person know. But when they also feel ready, like they want to go on a date with that person and they toggle it on, the app will let them both know that they want to go on a date with each other. So it kind of takes away the fear of like asking somebody out.
Okay.
So those are the kind of features that we want to incorporate in the future as well. And additionally, our match algorithm is based off of the 5 universal love languages. We find that, a lot of people value those and they're very underused on dating apps. So we wanted to kind of make that a core part of how people match.
So one thing that you brought up, which it makes sense, a lot of the other dating apps have this big general population, and this one is really, core amore. I'm saying it wrong. Koi Amore. I love that name, by the way.
Nice.
It's really dedicated to the introvert, the person that gets the sweaty palms just to text someone.
Yeah.
And so is there a questionnaire like at the beginning that asks if you're an introvert, extrovert, or omnivert?
No, there isn't at this time. That is something we're definitely adding to the app, though. Our initial development had a very specific number of things we could do and add to it, budget reasons wise. Mm-hmm. So it's in the it's in the upcoming phase of additions.
This is so amazing. So you're taking the guesswork out of meeting other people, and I'm guessing that people can meet from anywhere in the world, right?
Yep. Actually, I wouldn't say world. So we're just in the United States right now. Being a new company, we tried to stay to one area, but that's definitely a desire we have, is to head to another country at some point.
And so, which is great, because I'm speaking from all of the non-tech folks. I'm asking question as a true non-techer. So right here in the US, we have this app for people who are a little bit nervous about meeting other folks. And honestly, I think is cool because you're growing intimacy with someone without having the jitters or nervousness of sitting in their face. Would you say that that is something that this app is really growing.
Growing what exactly?
An intimate connection before having to sit in front of somebody.
Yeah, definitely. That's our goal for sure, because something to point out is that like and this, this might be beneficial to some people, maybe less for others, but a lot of apps incorporate like phone calls or video chatting, and encourage it, at some point in time. We're just sticking to like just text basically in the app, and then they can move off the platform when they feel comfortable. But definitely, want them to be safe and comfortable prior to.
And so when you were thinking about this, you were sitting around with your friends, you were like, really would be nice to have it. Seeing as though this is something that you wish you had, and a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs, that's usually how they end up, killing it in their lane because they know what's needed.
Right.
Did you were you able to like get on it yourself, test it out? Like, how did you work those kinks and all out?
Yeah. I think right before we were releasing it, or not necessarily releasing it, we didn't have a set date. Before we released it, we went through myself, the developers, other people we knew, and we all tested it and basically, just tried to break it as much as we could. Find any bugs we can, and there are still bugs that come up. We've had a couple, and we pretty much turned them around within a couple weeks, depending on the severity of what it is. But yeah, they come up, and we fix them as soon as possible. But yeah, I tested it. It works great. The user base on it is slim. We released in May, and we've got a couple hundred users, but they're like sporadic, right? So like if you were to get on it right now, you may not see anyone because they're kind of all over the place. And there's a mile limiter on there right now. What we're doing right now is we're actually going to remove the mile limiter. So when someone from Florida gets on, and they see that there's no one on there, in this situation, if we remove the limiter, they're going to see that other people are on there. They just might not be in their like immediate location, but we want at least people to know that there are some people on there. It's just going to take time to get more users.
Well, you answered a question I was going to ask. So this just launched this May, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
That is awesome. So that means that even with 4 months, a little bit over 4 months under your belt, having hundreds of folks in there. So the introverts are looking for this.
Yeah.
So can you tell the introverts, how do they find this?
I mean, we're on all forms of social media. Downloading the app, how that goes is really, we're on the Play Store and Apple Store, so you can download it. Signing up for the app is very similar to other dating apps. We didn't really want to make it complicated. You log in, you use your phone number to log in, so it sends you a code to your phone. And then you use that to authenticate in the app. You answer questions about yourself, enable location services. If you don't do that, you're not going to really find anyone, because you kind of need that. Upload your pictures. You'd have to upload 2. You can upload up to 6. Direct your love languages in whatever order your preference is. Eventually, we'd like to add quizzes in case somebody doesn't know that about themselves. So yeah, but we've got the social media, the app on both platforms. We have our website, which we have a blog on that we update every week with a new post about dating or introversion, or anything along those lines.
Okay. Now for the person like that is not great with dating at all, or just don't know how to maneuver through dating apps, do you all provide any kind of, helps with prompts of how to spark conversations? Is that a helpful thing that you all have?
Yeah, it's not in there yet, but it is. I have I literally already have exactly how I want it to go typed out. So it's just, a matter of uh, putting the money towards adding that into the app at this point. So it's a definite intention.
Awesome. So it sounds like you really have thought of it all. And I guess when you have personal experience, you're going to think of it all.
I try to.
So, so for the folks that are out here and they're like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I definitely want to learn more about the app and how to find the app. But more importantly, maybe they want to connect with you, just to ask you any additional questions. How can they find you, whether it be website, social media, and then the apps, the name and all? How do we find it?
Yeah, our website support page, there is a tab on it for, asking questions. Definitely route any questions on there to us and we'll answer them. Yeah.
And the last thing I want to ask, and we kind of asked a little bit because I asked how is dating difficult nowadays. But in your opinion, what is the biggest difference? If you, and I'm putting you on the spot.
Sure.
So I want everybody to know he does not know this question is coming. What is the biggest difference in dating for an extrovert versus dating for an introvert?
I would say the biggest difference is that the energy output. It's an easy question for me, honestly, because I've thought about it and how we say kind of our slogan is sustain energy, match comfortably. So matching comfortably is self-explanatory, but sustaining energy is kind of the focus point to your question in that introverts use their energy in a very specific way, and they use it in the way they want. So point being, they want to sustain their energy and use it in the most efficient way. Extroverts have a lot of excess energy, and that can often, help them out. That's really what I'd say it comes down to is just the amount of energy between introverts and extroverts and how much they expel / reserve.
Well, I appreciate that because honestly, some people don't even know where they are in this life. So I want to thank you, Jon, for being a part of the show. And for everyone that's listening, if you want to know more about this product, definitely head over to www.coyamore.com. And that's COYAMORE.com. It is going across your screen. We're going to take a quick break and then I'll be right back.
Sex should not be the elephant in the room. The fourth ebook of the Improving Intimacy book series, From Bringing Intimacy Back, It's All About Sex, helps you navigate every which way you can tend to your sex life. Pulling out all the stops, dive into the sensual read about sex toys, silky linens, and date nights. Improving Intimacy, It's All About Sex is available on Amazon, Kindle, Audible, and paperback. Search Dr. April Brown on Amazon to view all her books on improving intimacy for yourself, spouse, and more.
Welcome back, everybody, and thank you to Jon Pethke for letting us know all about Coy Amore, the dating app for introverts, which I think is super amazing because, hey, us introverts, we need stuff too. And we have one last thing I didn't mention earlier, and I want to remind everybody that intimacy quizzes are available to you so that you can learn a little bit more about, are you in love? Are you and your partner compatible? If you have those questions and you're not sure, you can absolutely go to bringingintimacyback.com. Take that intimacy quiz and you can learn more about your patterns and habits and who you should be or could be attracted to. So don't forget that. The other thing is we have some amazing shows coming up, guys. So on October the 5th, we have Dating Theory, Let It Be, and that's going to be with Dr. April and myself. On October the 12th, we have Intimacy Through Illness and Finding Love After Loss with Richard Strother. And then on October the 19th, Why Men Marry the Next Girl. We're going to be talking about that, Dr. April and myself. So you make sure that you are back here with us next week, where we are here live every single Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, if you are watching us now, or if you catch the replay, leave us a comment. Let us know what you want to hear more about, because we want to make sure we're bringing you the content that you want to hear. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Clubhouse. Until next time, I will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Bringing Intimacy Back, where intimacy is real. You can also find us at bringingintimacyback.com, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Dr. April Brown's 7-book series, Improving Intimacy, is now on Amazon. We'll see you next Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Don't forget to follow, share, and subscribe.